Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. We are going to be taking a trip to Souix Falls. I'm going to embarrass myself again because that seems to be the theme in my videos recently. We're trying to change that, but it's very difficult. But let's jump in. Josh, my teammate.
I was holding you down, making your ass. What kind of shit talk is that?
Forgot to hit the record button. So we're going to start halfway through, which is all right because we'll breeze right through this first match. I started from the back, which he turns into me, so I decide to come up into mount. For a brief second, I feel a little spicy going for a guillotine, which is really not a submission I like to go for. You see me for a split second, I contemplate to demount forward, lock up the grip, and then remount to finish the choke. But I really didn't have the confidence, so I bail, and I move to side control.
Pressure on him, Zach.
You're a pussy.
As a white belt, I don't have much of a side control game. In fact, I'm not sure if I have much of any game at all. But I do manage to lock down an arm, climb the shoulders, and hit an armbar for the win.
Beautiful. Beautiful. There we go.
That's how I'd wish my teammates would cheer. But this is what I actually get.
If we were in high school and you had your lunch, I would slap it out of your hand.
Now my next match will be up against Miguel. He's the exact opposite pace of my last
Be
opponent.
first, Zach. Be first.
I look to hit him with a quick
There you
snap,
go.
but he does a good
There you
job
go.
keeping his hand on my hip. We start pummeling,
Nice pummel.
and I'm able to lock up a
those
body
hands.
lock, and I throw him.
Hey, there you
But
go, there you
Miguel
go.
is able to follow the
Get that guard,
momentum
get that
and
guard.
lands in top position. He tries to run away,
Get your ass back here, boy.
but I wasn't having that. He jumps right over the
up,
top.
Zach,
I
up.
quickly look to turtle.
Give me
He
a good
sits
turtle,
back
give me a
too
good
quickly,
turtle.
and I turn to spin into guard. Miguel tries pushing on my hips, but I have control over his. So I just step over his foot, and I come into half guard. I give him a ton of space to re-guard. We then enter a scramble
There you go.
and come up into the front head position. I then set up a gator roll.
All right, set it up, Zach. Set it up, Zach.
I lose control and just end up throwing him across
Stay
the
on
mat.
it.
I am quick to jump back into the front head position. I'm looking to lock up the anaconda, but I'm too focused on my grip to realize my arm isn't deep enough, which gives Miguel the time to escape. We start scrambling all over the place. From top position, he lands on his back, and then I pass his guard, he regains it, and I take half guard. Able to step into 3/4 mount, but then Miguel regains his half guard.
need you to drive
Well,
that
if the
keyboard.
anaconda didn't work, let's try for the darce.
Nope.
Miguel is once again able to make space, but as he's making space, I grab his foot, shuck it by, and get for the pass. But as I'm pressure passing, Miguel hits a quick ghost escape, comes up for the single, and he hits the reverse.
Set up that. Ooh,
I then
never mind.
thank him for his hard work by giving him a face massage.
What?
I bump him back, looking for a sweep.
There you go. There you go.
He's trying to come up over the top of
Back
me.
door,
I capture
out the back
on
door.
one of his legs,
Take
and
a
I
leg, take a
extend
leg,
him to
come
go
on.
into single leg X.
Come on, come on, come on.
I sit back for an ankle lock, but remembering all of these times,
Hey, come on.
yeah, I just switched to a knee bar.
There it is. There it is.
The knee bar was not very tight, so he ends up breaking free. And just about then, time
Zach,
runs
up,
out.
up. You are not tired. Up.
Moving on to overtime.
Get those hands.
I'm able to escape his back take in 12.4 seconds. If I can submit or hold him longer than that time, I win.
Hey, Zach, face, 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 face. Zach, we get a body lock. Body triangle, body triangle. Flatten him.
And we take home the dub, moving us to the semifinals.
Oh my God, he on X Games mode.
In the semifinals, I get to face a friend of mine by the name of Tim. Tim, standing all of 6'3" and 200 pounds, likes to start off by pulling guard. Tim is the definition of old man strength. I mean, watch him just throw me over his shoulder like it was nothing. After he uses the Kimura to sweep me, he puts me into the front head position. I manage to escape, but end up landing on my back. In which case, Tim doesn't seem to like to be there, so he just stands up. I try to break posture, but this isn't going to happen, so I just drop down to my feet and push him over. We land in half guard. I'm able to step past his guard, but anytime Tim doesn't like his position, well, he just puts me in a new position. Wow! This time, Tim wants to engage in some wrestling. I'm able to grab a pathetic single and put him into half guard. At this point, I'm looking for a crossface, which seems Tim was trying to hip bump me, but I just let go of the position, jump over to take his back. At this point, Tim tries to roll me over to try and escape my back take. I get a little too impatient with trying to capture his arm with my leg, and he turns into guard. Tim starts laying some heavy chest pressure. That gives me enough space to get my butterfly hooks in and start attacking underneath him. I'm able to create enough space to start practicing my dark arts. Single leg X.
There you go.
Something's happening. I'm not the Jedi I should be. I want more. And I know I shouldn't.
I'm no Sith Lord yet, but I don't know if the decision he made was the correct one or not, but I do end up sweeping him and getting into the offensive position.
Hey, no, stop, just calm down, don't do it.
I can't heel hook, obviously, but I try to make space for the ankle lock, which was unsuccessful, so I moved to pass his guard. Tim starts digging for a Kimura. I can't let that happen, so I play patiently and wait for an opening. Bam! A head and arm. This isn't working. I move to an armbar. But I fall forward. I'm still digging, trying to pull it out as hard as I can, but he just picks me up and pulls out.
That's what she said.
Tim starts making some good advancements.
Turn into him.
Things start to look bad as time is running out and I don't want to step into overtime with someone who is much stronger and heavier than me. But suddenly I lock an arm down, and as soon as Tim postures up, gives me enough space to try and hit an arm bar. He turns with me, I switch to a triangle, and just as I try to cut the angle, the timer goes off. A hell of a match between me and Tim, but who's going to advance to the finals? Back to overtime. .8 seconds. What do y'all think? You think I got this?
God dang.
Bruh.
Hey, Zach, he almost threw you in orbit, dog.
Confused and utterly shocked, as that man could have ended my life right then and there if he wanted to. Tim moves on to the finals, and we take the first loss of the day. Thanks to those who have tuned in. I appreciate y'all, and stay tuned for the next video.